Alright guys, this is section 4 for Unit 2 Checkup. We're on page 102. Our section is titled Possessive Nouns. So remember our definition for possessive nouns will be as follows on the board. It shows ownership or relationship. A possessive noun always has an apostrophe. And then we have 4 rules we need to follow for this section. So most singular nouns, you're going to add an apostrophe and an S to show possession. For plural nouns ending with S already, you will add an apostrophe only. For other plural nouns, the rule is to add an apostrophe and S to the end. And then for compound nouns, you're going to add an apostrophe and S to the end. So let's go to our textbook, or again, we're on 102. And we're looking at 38 through 76. I'm only going to work 38 through 46 on my board. You, of course, will be doing all of these exercises. I will only be doing the the evens of 38 through 46. And I know this is very tedious, but this was lots of practice for you so that you're not having to reach for your dictionary every 5 minutes when you're writing, and you're not going to have to rely on autocorrect. So we're looking at number 1. We need 3 things. So 38. Sorry, not number 1. 38. We're looking at the word iris. So we'll need to find the plural, the singular possessive, and the plural possessive. So if you're flipping back to page 90 with the previous section, section 3, where we learned about how to look at changing a singular noun into a plural noun. So iris, if you're looking at page 90, then you know that nouns ending in S, you add an ES. And then for our singular possessive, we're going to go to our rules that we wrote out on the board. And since we know that it ends with an S and it's a singular noun, we're going to add an apostrophe and an S to the end. And then when we go back to the plural possessive, so we're going back to irises, so IRISES, then you're just going to add an apostrophe to the end. So for 38, this is the answer you should have on your paper. So let's go to 40. We're looking at father-in-law. So again, flipping over to page 90 through 91, when you have a compound noun, a compound word, you're going to add an S to the most important word. So in the case of number 40, father would be considered the most important word. So it would be fathers -in-law. That's the first thing you're writing on your paper. And then for our singular possessive, so we'll take out the S. We'll go back down to father-in-law, but we're looking for the possessive form, so we're going to add an apostrophe and an S. So that's following the rule for most singular nouns. You're adding an apostrophe and an S. And then we're going to go back in and add the S again so that it's plural. And then we're going to have plural possessive, so we just add an apostrophe and an S. And that should be your answer. Well, all 3 of those words will be your answer for number 40. So I know it looks awkward. I'm trying to keep you from seeing the rest of the answers. I want to give you some time to think through it yourself. All right, 3 more. So we're looking at 42. Bernstein, or Bernstein, however you desire to pronounce that. So it looks like a regular singular noun, so we're just going to go ahead and add an S to the end to make it plural. And then to make it a singular possessive, we're going to add an apostrophe S. Pretty straightforward. And then going back to the plural possessive, so we're going to add the S at the end of N, or Bernstein. And then you're just going to add an apostrophe because it already has an S. So for 42, this is what your answer should look like. All right, 44. We have another compound word, great aunt. So again, we just went over this for 40. The rule for making a singular compound word plural is to add an S to the most important word. In this case, it would be aunts. So we're going to add it to the end. So great aunts. To make the singular possessive, you'll add an apostrophe and an S to the end of great aunt. And then to make a plural possessive, you're going to put the apostrophe after the S. So this is what we should have for 44. And then last that I'll be going over with you guys is 46. Hostess. So for nouns ending in S already, you will add ES. For our singular possessive form, you'll take hostess and add an apostrophe S. And then for our plural possessive, it'll be hostess is, and then you'll have an apostrophe at the end. So for 46, this is what we should have. All right, let me know in the comments below or to my email if you have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys actually took the time to watch this because I took the time to make it and it took a very long time. But you guys have a great evening, and I will be back to upload Unit 3 and 4 for tomorrow.